bosses be allowed to date their subordinates? Should subordinates be allowed to date their bosses? If yes, have you ever had that experience? Have you ever observed it happen? If no, tell us, why not? We are absolutely interested in your view on this one, so call us, okay? Bosses and their subordinates. There are some high-profile cases that have made the headlines. We were talking about the Nestle one earlier. Shocking details. But it looks like we have, we have some time to take your calls. So 0302 216 541 and 055 111 We're hoping to get lots and lots of first timers today. Clement is in Oyibi. Hi Clement, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
How are you, my brother?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Talk to us.
Yes. This same issue you are dealing to happened to me some years back. It happens in Nigeria. My boss was the wife of our late director, and I was their driver.
You were their driver?
Yes.
Oh.
Even before the man died.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I tried to adjust myself of bringing why, because I was told from my childhood that if you touch a girl, she'll become pregnant. And if that girl becomes pregnant, you, the man, you can't face your future again. So that discipline had been in me. It put fear in me. I avoid women.
Wow.
So when this woman started from sending me small errands, leaving the change for me, that was after the husband death. I suspected she was going for something. I was a very young man, energetic, full of muscle. So there was this day she invited me to the house. She called me from the office to come back to the house. And I came back to the house. Nobody was in the house. I called her that I'm down. It's such a place. So I climbed. About entering the parlor, as in the hall, I noticed she was undressed, sitting in the sofa. So I stopped. Immediately I stopped. She said, "What happened? Come in, nothing wrong. Come and drop the letter." My brother, I could not move again. I was cold. And something that came into me, no, you've not done this before, and you won't do it. So what you do? She tried to drag me, but on my own, I move out. I do that job. I don't care though. But the thing is, we are talking of discipline. If you are disciplined, you won't fall so low. And today I'm happy working head down without any issues. So thank you, brother.
Clement, let me ask you this. Why did you turn her down?
Yes, one, I look at that respect I accorded the husband when he was alive. And I felt such respect to the children and she herself. So I now look at it and look. No, it's not done. I shouldn't do it.
Wow.
So we are talking of discipline here now.
Yeah. Clement, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. That's such an interesting
I thought it was only biblical.
It sounded very Potipharish, didn't it? Yeah. Wow, Clement, thank you. All right, Bishop is in Asante Mampong. Hi, Bishop. Good morning. How are you, my brother?
I'm fine. Kojo is parachuting.
Don't fall for George Quay's propaganda this morning.
Kojo.
Yes, sir.
We can ask a question. What name should be given to such women? We used to have it in our local palace when I was a boy there. People who had their wives, maybe because they respect their wives, they ran around for them before they join boys. We call those women domestic dictators. But if it deals with corporate bodies, institutions, I would say let's Christian them de facto corporate dictators.
Corporate dictators.
Yes. Let me tell you, Kojo. This one I don't want to mention names or names of institutions.
Oh, good. Okay.
During my working life, I saw a boss who was dating a secretary. Anytime the secretary gets a visitor, especially if the visitor is a female, that's when the secretary goes to the office to beating water, preparing table for coffee, and eavesdropping in their conversation. It became so serious that management had to arrange to take the woman from the boss's office, and it became a third world war.
Wow.
There was another one. That was head of an institution, I won't mention. When it happens that the school vehicle is sending the wife to the market, a secretary will turn somewhere. When the vehicle reaches, she ordered the wife to come down from the front and go behind.
What?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Kojo. So it's not good. Actually, we teachers, you are teaching the ladies you are teaching. If you begin dating them, then you lose your moral right to instill discipline in school.
Yeah.
It's not the best at all.
Well, thank you for sharing, Bishop. So you are definitely against bosses dating their subordinates.
Very lucky on you.
Thank you, Bishop. Thanks for sharing. Well, we'd love to hear from you. 0302 216 541 055 111 To do or not to do, dating the boss, dating the subordinate. And let me ask you this: for those who think that if a boss and a subordinate embark on a relationship, one of them must be made to leave the workplace or to quit. Who should quit, the boss or the subordinate?
Depends on who's bringing more cash.
Bringing more cash where? Bringing more cash where? They just started dating.
No, because I think it's sweet when there's more money in it. Because if you guys choose Aqua Safari as your destination for the weekend, someone's got to pay the bills. Yeah.
Ali is on the line from Apramso.
Yeah.
Hi, Ali. Good morning. Hello, is Ali there?
Yeah, I'm there, sir.
Aha, good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing well,
Good. Talk to us.
Yeah, I'm doing well, sir. How are you too?
We are very well, Ali.
Yeah, I'm Ahmadi Muslim. I'm Ahmadi Muslim.
Okay.
Ahmadiyya, yeah.
Yeah.
In the sight of God, it's arrogant to decide not to marry your boss, or the boss decided not to marry his subordinate. In the sight of God, it's arrogant. There is nothing wrong about it. Hello, are you listening?
Yes. Ali, switch off the radio.
Yes, because it's
and listen to us just on the phone, okay? Can you hear me? Please switch off the radio and listen to us just on the phone. Okay, switch it off. Just listen to us on the phone, okay? Go on.
Okay. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I say in the sight of God, it's very wrong. It's very wrong not to marry your subordinate, or a subordinate decided not to marry his boss. There is nothing wrong about it.
Why?
The definition of arrogant, the definition of arrogant is part of arrogant. If you are only interested in your boss, and the boss is interested, what is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong about it. So, me, I'm a civilian employee working in the Ghana Armed Forces. There are some of the officers, they are interested in me, but because of my religious doctrine, I decided to keep away. There is nothing wrong about it.
So, does that mean that you are being arrogant?
Hello?
Does that mean that you yourself, you are being arrogant?
No, because of my Ahmed, he's a Christian.
Okay.
Ahmed, he's a Christian. So our doctrine don't allow to marry a Christian unless she accepted. She accepts Ahmadiyya.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. But I think we need more education on this, because we'll need more Islam clerics to also help us, because I don't know if that's entirely true. We may want some more education. So if you're listening to us and you know a bit more about the teachings,
doctrine,
then you should educate us.
Okay.
On that.
055-1111-997 0302-216541. We're dying to hear your stories. Have you ever dated the boss? Have you ever been approached by your boss
and
trying to date you? Or have you, as a boss, ever approached a subordinate wanting to date them? Or in your workplace, do you know the person who's dating the boss? We want to know how these dynamics work out. Okay, Mubarak is in Chereponi. Hi, Mubarak. Good morning. Do we have Mubarak on the line? I think we lost Mubarak. Please call us back. Okay, we want to hear your thoughts on this.
I was just going to say that for Uncle Ebo Whyte, he's done quite a great job at that. Because for 17 years, you'd see very beautiful faces on the stage, and these are creatives as well, and sometimes the culture, isn't it? But he's done well with that.
I don't think it's been difficult for him, or maybe it has.
You never know.
He'll tell us himself.
Right.
Ajuman Joseph joins us now from Tema. Hi, Ajuman, long time.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very fine. I hope you're doing fine.
Yes, we're very well, thank you. Talk to us, boss.
Oh
no! What's happening with the lines this morning? Please call us, and we apologize for the problems with the lines. We're not sure what's going on there, but call us 0302 216541 055 1111 997. Abdul is in Pig Farm. Hi, Abdul. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling.
Good from Uncle Ebo. Yeah. For me, there's nothing wrong in a relationship between subordinate and the boss. It has with mutual respect. So for me, when the connection is there isn't anything wrong with that.
Okay. Have you ever been in such a relationship?
No, I haven't, but I've witnessed some before.
Okay.
There's different instinctions which I don't want to mention there.
How did
they end up in marriage?
Oh, they ended up in marriage.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Abdul. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Bright is calling us from airport. Hi, Bright. Good morning. Is that Bright?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, Bright.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, talk to us.
All right. An interesting discussion going on this morning. First time calling.
Oh, great. Thanks for calling us.
Welcome. All right. So in fact, I'm a product of such relationship.
Oh,
I got a lady to our company for purpose of privacy. I won't mention the name of the company.
Okay.
And then she came in. With time, we got interested in ourselves, and last month we got married.
Oh wow! Congratulations,
yes.
Right?
Oh. Thank you.
Was it difficult dating her while working with her?
Not at all. What really helped us is the level of maturity and understanding. I guess that's what worked for us. And I have my boss, and then she's directly under me. Right. So I report to my boss, but then she also reports to me. So that's how the levels are.
Did she have any issues with her colleagues, the other people who report to you?
So what actually happened is that with time, when people got to know something was going on, some kind of jealousy hatred came in, because how I used to support them, I'm not able to give all that to them anymore. I mean, she gets the greater support compared to them. That was where the issue was. They were feeling that, okay, they should be getting the same level of support, even going extra, doing a lot of things to help them meet their target and all that. Now I have to, obviously I have to give her the greater support. That's where the whole thing started from. Some background talks and all that. but I really control the system so that everybody's happy. That's what I did.
Bright, would you say that there was a boost in efficiency?
Oh, no, really. The thing is, you see, on my part of with my colleagues,
whichever way you want to look at it, right?
It has been, because anyway it has added more production to our production. So obviously that happened. So the next one is my direct brother, the one I followed directly.
Yeah.
He also was in a company with a lady, and they got married. But in their company,
Great.
one person had to step down,
Right.
and the wife has to go down. So so my brother is a direct beneficiary. He got married from the work, the job. The company he was working at. And then the wife has to just resign. But in my case, we are still working.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes, please.
Well, Bright, thank you so much for sharing that. Your first call to joy is definitely a memorable one. Thank you. All right, let's go to Tepa and talk to Eugene. Hi, Eugene. Good morning.
Morning.
Is Eugene on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
There you are. Good morning, Eugene. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Yeah, talk to us, my brother.
I want be something. The workers they talk, national service day monk.
Yeah, all subordinates are included.
He had me all I go fit talk be say if you are the
Why do you say so?
Well, it's kind of complicated. It be somewhere.
You sound like you have been in that situation before.
Oh, I'm speaking on behalf of a friend.
Oh, bro, yes. Tell us what happened to your friend.
Oh, it sparked a lot of, confusions here and there, the other ladies involved, and, it kind of sparked up some sort of insubordination, and, it affects work in general.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would be against it if you could call one way, as you say, right?
Yeah, if you could call the one.
Oh, the chickens that we ate when we were children. We were from the house. Anyway, Eugene, thank you so much for sharing your perspective all the way from Tepa. We appreciate you. Yeah. And you know what? Let me hear from Uncle Ebo briefly before we take a break.
That's right.
Uncle Ebo, a very interesting cross-section of comments there. People falling on either side of the divide on this issue. But what do you think is informing people's perspectives on this? Why are some people okay with it and others, clearly, very, very apprehensive?
Could you let's have a much more thorough discussion on this. So give me a little bit of time to set a few things in place.
Sure.
I'd like to make a few introductory comments. I'd like to say that this kind of discussion always has a way of annoying men. Because, yes, I'm sure that there are a lot of men who are going to be just bored with this, because we've been socialized as men in Ghana in particular, and I believe that in parts of Africa as well, to believe that a man has a right to sleep with whoever takes his fancy, no matter what the circumstances are. And who are you to say anything else? The second thing I want to say is that in the commentary I give today, people should understand that I am 71 years old.
Correct.
I am sharing with the benefit of hindsight. I may be saying things today that my 20-year-old self, my 30-year-old self, my 40-year-old self may not have had the wisdom and the insight to say.
Right.
I hope you understand.
Yeah. Sure.
I do not want anyone to think that, okay, here's a man sitting on a high horse and trying to give a certain impression that he is morally superior.
Right.
No. I am 71 years old. What I can share with people are the mistakes I have made in my life and the lessons that I have learned from that and how far they have brought me here. I do not think that, I think, Kojo, one of the things, one of the advantages of knowing someone older than you and more mature than you is that you get opportunity not to repeat his mistakes.
True.
You know, that's the blessedness of being in, having a relationship with someone who is older than you.
True.
Because you are likely, the mistakes we all would make, we all will have faced the situations, but when you know better, you do better. And I want people to understand this. When you know better, you do better. Now, I believe that the bigger context of it is that nobody has really taught men what to do with their sexual urges. And unfortunately, so our society, for not just now, I mean, sometimes people will say, oh, the current generation is rotten. No. It goes way back. Our society has given men a lot of room to explore and to have fun, quote unquote, to have fun. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why our society has been very, if you like, permissive of men messing around, of men not controlling their sexual urges. We keep the ladies on a very tight leash and say, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't, be careful. But the men, we subtly encourage them. The more a man messes around, sometimes the more admiration he has in our society, the more respect he gets, you know, and there's a reason for that. And so let me go to the evolution of that, and then I'll come down to specifics.
Okay.
The evolution of it has to do with the constant wars we used to have, intertribal wars. So men, we knew, society knew that a man was not going to live his full life. A war, the next war can take your life. Because I hope you understand.
Yeah.
The next, you would be called to sacrifice your life for the community. You know, and so we will not hold you down to any real standard, because what we require from you is that you give your life when it is required, without a second thought. So be free now, because you may not live your full life. The very next day, the next village may attack us, and then once the call goes out, you just have to step out. You don't have to think about it. You just have to put your life on the line.
Yeah.
And the reward for that is that, have some freedom. We're not going to tie you down with anything. Then the other thing is that the wars also meant that there was always a short supply of men.
Yeah.
In one of the battles that the Ashantis had when they came to the coast to fight the Fantis and to fight the colonial colonial masses, they lost 300,000 men. Now, could you think, in those days, what was the population of Ghana? They lost 300,000 men. Now, that means that, and they were gone for 3 years. They spent 3 years prosecuting that war. It meant that on their return, the community, the society had lost that many men. The remaining men had to be encouraged to make up for the loss. No, because we've lost men.
Yeah.
There are wives, there are women in the prime of their lives. We can't just let them go like that. So those of you who came back, you can't stay by one woman. You can't even talk about moral. I mean, how they are there. I mean, fertilized eggs. And sometimes, and that was the basic thing. The man's use for society was that we just needed his sperm. We just needed him to fertilize the eggs, and because of that, we freed him. Now, all that have changed. Me and you, we may never see war. But even if Ghana is at war, you and I may never have to wear the uniform and go to war. And so the mentality will have to be different. We would have to evolve. Unfortunately, women have evolved from those days. We haven't. So women now do not accept the fact that you are their man and you are also the man for other women, which my grandmother would have accepted. My grandmother's mother would have accepted.
Yeah.
Her husband having another wife or having concubines would have been no issue. But my wife will pick a gun. You understand me? And ask me to confess my sins. Because the times have changed, and we must understand that. And so women have evolved, men have not, because nobody has informed us that we need to evolve. And so the mentality, the men are still working with the same mentality that I'm the man. Women are my fringe benefits. I'm a man. Women, once I have a penis that works and I can have erection, well, then every girl there is mine, and I should do it. We need to understand that there is more to it. Now, one of the things when you hear young people talk, when they have been able to sleep with a girl, so I finish them. You know, when a man sleeps with a girl, he goes to boast to his friends. I finish him. If our eyes will be open to see that who finishes who in a sexual encounter, I think men will be more harm. Because it is not true that you finish the woman. You finish the woman in what way? No, you just spilled your life force. She moved on. She benefited. There's an interesting verse in Proverbs chapter 31 verse 3. Proverbs 31 verse 3 that I wish all men will memorize. It says this: do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. And men have to understand the implications of that. So it is not every opportunity to sleep with a woman that a man should take advantage of. No. I have played, those of us who play drafts, we know that one of the ways to get people into trouble in the game of draft is to push your marbles at them. And when you are playing draft with somebody who keeps pushing marbles at you, and you know that person knows the game, then it should make you careful. So don't just, the moment he pushes, don't just say, I chop him. Before you know it, when you do I chop him, what you hear is tinto. Those who play draft would understand what I've just said. Now, and it is not every occasion of a woman admiring a man that should lead a man to think that he can sleep with her. And men would have to understand that when you chase the body of a girl, and that is all you chase, you cheat yourself. You cheat yourself because women have much more to offer than just their body. And you lose more than the 3-5 minutes of pleasure. Because for most of these things, office romance and things like that, because there isn't that much time, it is always rush. It is always and so it is not even fulfilling for anyone. It's not fulfilling for the woman, it's not fulfilling for the man, except that because of our makeup as men, once we ejaculate, we think we've had a good time. No, we haven't. And so let's watch this. It isn't every time a woman shows you that I admire you, that should make you go in to her, because it could be a trap. And a lot of men have lived to regret this. Now, sleeping. Let me finish 2 points.
Okay.
Sleeping with a woman in a group or in a company never stays a secret. When a boss touches a woman, a girl, one of the staff members, it doesn't matter how careful he thinks he has been, it doesn't stay a secret. Before he knows it, it is all over the place. It always leads to division. It leads to disharmony. It leads to loss of authority for the man, because there are certain things you can't do. You can come up with rules that nobody should come in late. Yeah, that is when that girl you touch will come in late. And not only that, with time, people will align with her and come in late with her. Now, let's see. You can't punish your girl, and so you can't punish the rest of us. And before you realize, you become a laughing stock among all of us. But having said all that, let me say that the circumstances under which a man and a woman meet and fall in love are varied. So I'm not ruling out the fact that somebody working at Joy may interact with a girl in Joy and fall in love and actually take this in further. There's no rule against that. What we're talking about are the cases when men, out of lack of control, lack of understanding, think that, the staff I have are part of my friend's benefits and I can take advantage of and run them. And we are saying that it doesn't work well, and be careful.
Uncle Ebo, so if a boss walks into work one day and there's a new employee and there is a physical attraction, there's a conversation, he finds that they enjoy each other's company, should he by your advice just stay away, or is there a right way of exploring a possible romantic connection there?
Okay, can we be more specific? Is this a boss who is married, right?
Oh no. This is just a boss.
This is just a boss.
Just a boss.
Okay, now what often happens is not the case of a boss who is not married.
That's true.
Quite often what happens is the case of a boss who is married and has a national service staff or has a secretary or a PA.
Yeah.
And with time, and could you look, let's understand the chemistry between men and women. If you work in close proximity with a girl, even if it did not start with an attraction, somewhere along the line, you may find yourself looking at her behind, looking at her legs a little longer than you used to. You're going to feel a little bit more warmer towards her. Something is going to develop. But the mark of a man is control. And once you lose that control, once you weaken in that control, you have also weakened your manhood. And that is why nobody respects the boss who is sleeping around. He may not know how much in contempt people hold him, but they do hold him in contempt, and things struggle in the company. Discipline is always difficult. Productivity suffers and all that. So I am not here to say no, you can't. A man and a woman together, that is biology. Chemistry will happen. But what you do with it is what makes the difference between whether we can respect you as a man or whether we will go, you too. And then we lose that respect for you. So we can't draw any line here, but let's be sure. All that I'm trying to do is to help people to understand what this is about, and then you can make an informed decision. You are not misled by your feelings Because that feelings will lead you elsewhere, and before you realize, it makes you vulnerable for being trapped.
Yeah, Uncle Ebo, you have famously told us that this is a rule that you do not break in your workplace at Roverman. Is it hard?
Okay, if you ask me this question and you are sincere with that question, you just insulted me. I'm a man. I'm a man. Blood run my veins inside. Okay, be communion wine. Be communion wine. Be communion wine. And you must know that I have beautiful girls in Roverman.
Oh, we know.
Beautiful girls in Roverman. And because it's interesting, when some of my friends come to visit me, and I can see their eyes. You can see their eyes going all over. When they see the girls around, and I can read their mind. And sometimes I can see them thinking, "Oh, Papa Wipa," or the Kaka SNM, or the Kaka Well, but what they don't realize is that if I did what they think I should do, there will be no company for them to come to and see those beautiful girls.
Indeed.
Respect will go out of the window.
Yeah.
And a man's strength, a man's power, a man's dignity is his control. If every time you feel aroused, you think there must be a performance, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
You are a disaster waiting to happen. You are a disaster waiting to happen. And I'm hoping that we can save men. And remember, it is not just boss-subordinate. What about pastor, church member? What about master of the house and the maid servant?
That's also boss-subordinate.
It happens much more. What about a friend of the family and a daughter of the family? A friend of the family that all the children call, "Oh, uncle is here, uncle is here, uncle is here." And then the daughter of the family. Because it's one of the most devastating things. What about teacher subordinate? A teacher student.
Yeah.
Kind of a case.
Yeah.
And what about celebrity and your fans? Let's be careful. Men, I think that if we can value our erection, if we can value that wonderful organ God has given to us, and ensure that it doesn't enter every hole, I think we would be blessed. We will live a very blessed life.
That's a profound note to end our discussion on. Thank you so much, Uncle Ebo Whyte, the nation's uncle, giving us the lowdown on office romance and especially boss-subordinate relationships. Really, it's a quagmire. It's a minefield. You're better off without it.
Uncle, before you go, the demographics anyway. Can't we pay attention to that? There are more women than men.
Yes. Yeah, they are, but are they for you?
Nanyan.
I think that people should be careful, because, and again, you remember the Bible passage I gave. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who reign kings. And I said, whenever a man sleeps with a woman and he says, "Oh, I finished now," I wish his eyes would be open to see who finished who. In any sexual encounter, the one who finishes the other is not the man, it's the woman. Always.
The woman is the finisher and the man is the finishee. Thank you very much.
The man is the deceived. He thinks that, but no, you've been finished. You have been finished. Because what you lose is awesome. If only your eyes can be opened. You see, look, could you let me make this one quick. You know the case of Joseph in the Bible?
Yep.
Can you imagine what would have happened if Joseph had slept with Mrs. Potiphar? He would never have realized his fullest potential.
Yeah.
He will never have become the person who saved the then known world from famine and saved his family from starving. Oh, he would have, in a short run, he would have had a very good time in the house until the woman got tired of him, or until the man got to know what was happening, which would have led to his death.
Indeed.
But in staying away, he ensured that his destiny was not compromised.
Yeah.
And so, gentlemen, let's know, yes, it's wonderful to be a man. It's wonderful to be a man. It's wonderful to be in a relationship, in a great relationship. But let not our waters run in the street. If every girl who has a pretty legs, and Kojo, that is my thing. My thing is pretty legs. If any, that's my confession, Kojo. Any pretty legs that pass in front of you, you think that is the reason to unzip your flap, then you are a disastrous person and you are in trouble. You are cursed.
Uncle Ebo, the message is clear.
That is it this morning. And for all the men who will be hating me, please, let me tell you this.
We can't hate you. We know it's true. We know it's
by
all
the
true.
By the time you are 71, you'll be giving this kind of advice I'm giving.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ebo. And hopefully we benefit from knowing you by not repeating your mistakes. We appreciate you very, very much this morning.
You're welcome.